देखिए, मेरा कैरेक्टर है, मैं ना नरेंद्र मोदी से ना इन लोगों से डरता हूं, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, ठीक है। मैं साफ सुथरा आदमी हूं, मुझे ये छू नहीं सकते, बात समझिए। हाँ, गोली से मार सकते हैं वो अलग बात है, मगर छू नहीं सकते। और मैं देशभक्त हूं, मैं अपने देश की रक्षा करता हूं, ठीक है। और मैं करता जाऊंगा, मैं अकेला खड़ा हो जाऊंगा, पूरा देश अलग से दूसरे साइड हो जाएगा, मगर मैं अकेला खड़ा होकर खड़ा हो जाऊंगा, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। ये मेरा धर्म है, मैं उनसे भी ज्यादा फैनेटिक हूं, ठीक है। और यहां क्या हो रहा है, जिस चीज के लिए ये देश लड़ा था 70-80 साल पहले, वो फिर से हो रहा है। आज मेरी बात मत मानो, जब गुलाम बन जाओगे तो फिर मानना, मेरे लिए एक्सेप्टेबल है, मैं तो गुलाम नहीं हूं ना। क्या जेपी नड्डा मेरे प्रोफेसर हैं क्या, कि मैं इनको जवाब देता जाऊं कि कौन है ये? क्या ये हिंदुस्तान के प्रोफेसर हैं, टीचर हैं क्या? उनका क्यों जवाब दूं मैं? कौन होते हैं वो? मैं हिंदुस्तान का जवाब देता हूं, किसान का जवाब देता हूं, किसान मुझसे कोई भी सवाल पूछे जवाब दूंगा। और जहां तक एग्रीकल्चरल सिस्टम की रिफॉर्म की बात है, हाँ हमने रिफॉर्म की बात की है, मगर हमने एग्रीकल्चरल सिस्टम को डिस्ट्रॉय करने की बात नहीं की। हमारे किसी भी कानून में यह नहीं लिखा कि किसान जाकर कोर्ट में नहीं जा सकता, हमारे किसी भी कानून में यह नहीं लिखा कि मंडी को हम खत्म कर देंगे, नष्ट कर देंगे। हमारे किसी भी कानून में नहीं लिखा कि हम मतलब 1-2 लोगों को पूरे हिंदुस्तान का अनाज स्टोर करने देंगे। कोई भी हमारा किसान, कोई भी ऐसा कानून नहीं है। I believe in the spirit of this country. I do not believe that you can impose slavery on this country. I do not believe this country will accept 5 or 6 people owning it. I don't believe it. So where will the resistance come from? It will come from the people of India. Our job is to highlight what is going on to the people of India. We are struggling. Why? Because the instrument of transmission is not controlled by us. Right? So the press is not controlled by us. We don't have the thousands of crores of rupees that Narendra Modi ji has. We cannot put thousands of crores of rupees in social media. We cannot. But this is an advantage for us, because it forces us to be pure. It forces us to be honest. It forces us to tell the truth. This is good. I don't have a problem with it. I think broadly I will tell you, if you step back a little bit, what has happened is that the vision that India had for itself from 90s has collapsed. What used to work in the 1990s does not work anymore. So India requires a new vision. It requires a new imagination. And this is all the turbulence that is taking place because India does not have a vision. And Congress Party's job and its skill is in providing that vision. So you will see that we will provide India with that vision. There are many millions of people in India who do not accept this nonsense that is going on in the country. And they understand that there is a massive failure taking place. We used to be a preeminent economy in the world. We are laughing stock. We are complete laughing stock. We cannot give our youngsters jobs. Our farmers are sitting outside in the cold. I don't know why Narendra Modi ji thinks this is something to be proud of. This is something to be ashamed of. The whole world is looking and saying, what is going on? Why are lakhs of farmers sitting outside Delhi? So he is destroying India's image, which the Congress has built. Slowly, Mahatma Gandhi first. Slowly we've built it. वो उसको उड़ा रहा है, मतलब फाड़ फूड़ के फेंक रहे हैं. So that is the reality. I remember the Prime Minister saying, "इस बार Trump सरकार." I remember in Texas it was that he was holding his hand up and saying, "इस बार Trump सरकार." Sorry, he's.
I'm not Trump.
He's not Trump.
I'm Joe Biden.
Look, the point is whether he is Trump or Joe Biden. The point is whether he is Trump or Joe Biden, right? As a prime minister of a country, you don't do something like that. Because you're disrespecting the people of the United States by doing this, because this is their choice, not your choice. So it is a lack of understanding of fundamentals. And now of course Trump lost. So there is a tragedy unfolding in our country today. Government wants to ignore this tragedy. It wants to misinform people about this tragedy. But the truth is that a huge tragedy is unfolding. And I'm not just talking about the farmers, because that is only a part of that tragedy. And I would like to go into a little bit of detail about what is happening to our country. And I think it is important that youngsters who believe in the future of this country listen carefully to what I am saying, because this is not about the present. What is happening is about your future and this country's ability to be economically strong, this country's ability to give you a job, this country's ability to stand tall among other nations. So what we are seeing, and we've seen it in industry after industry after industry. We've seen it when it comes to the airports. We've seen it when it comes to infrastructure. We've seen it when it comes to power. We've seen it when it comes to telecom. We've seen it when it comes to retail. Across the board, what we are watching is the development of massive monopolies in this country. What do I mean? I mean that 3, 4, 5 people are now owning this country. This country is now owned by a limited, small group of people who I term as crony capitalists, who have a close relationship with the Prime Minister and who provide the Prime Minister with media support. And I don't mean you, because you are not the decision makers. I mean the forces that control you. Which was the space that was protected from monopolies until now? First of all, the biggest business in this country, and this is something that youngsters have to understand, the biggest business in this country is agriculture. 60% of our people are in agriculture, and in terms of the value, agriculture is by far the biggest hit. Agriculture is not just what the farm grows. Agriculture is the machinery that moves that produce. Agriculture is the structure of how that produce is sold. And now what we are seeing is the last bastion that was protected from monopoly is now being overrun. How is it being overrun? 3 new laws have been passed. They are designed to destroy Indian agriculture. How are they designed to do it? By destroying the mandi, by destroying the Essential Commodities Act, and by making sure that no Indian farmer can go to court to protect himself. And to me it is a tragedy that this entire country is just watching this ridiculous show. It is a tragedy because it shows me that the country itself is not able to understand the depth of what is happening. So what is going to be the result of this? The result of this is going to be 3 or 4 people are going to own India. 3 or 4 people are going to own the entire agricultural system. Farmers will not get the value they deserve. The mandi system will be destroyed. 3 or 4 businessmen will be able to store millions and millions and millions and millions of tons of wheat, rice, other essential commodities. And then, my friends in the middle class, you will be paying prices that you have never imagined. Please understand that the rice you buy, the wheat you buy, comes to you at the rate it comes because of the APMC, because of the agricultural system, because of the structure. So this is not an assault on the farmers. This is an assault on the middle class, and this is an assault on every single youngster in this country who is not going to be able to get a job.